Let's move on to Western Michigan Broncos at Akron Zips. Western Michigan opening up as 16.5-point favorites. That quickly moves to 18. This total is sitting at 55.5, 57 Fahrenheit clear, 9 miles per hour is the wind in Akron. Western Michigan 7-5 last year. Last year's quarterback, John Wassink, graduated. Redshirt sophomore Caleb Ellaby is expected to be the starter. Last year's leading running back, Levante Bellamy, graduated to the NFL. He's playing with the Lions this year. 4 starting seniors return to defense, and we all remember how bad Akron was last year, 0-12. They returned Cato Nelson and Zach Gibson from a season ago at quarterback. Akron has 3 seniors, just 3 seniors in the projected starting lineup, and on offense, and just 3 on the defensive side as well. How bad is Akron going to be this season? Noli knows. Why don't we start with you, Western Michigan, Akron?
You said it right there, Jimmy. 0-12, and defense that was getting lit up, and offense that returned some guys, and they both returned. They returned starters on both sides of the ball, but how well is that going to be effective? Not very much. And on the other side for Western Michigan, they did lose some pieces, but they bring back a lot of guys that are important to the team. And the way that they finished off the season was very important for me to see in this game. But lane 18 here in the opener is tough. But, I mean, there's nothing to like but Akron. Akron is in a very tough spot. Really a game that I didn't really want any part of. Even when I look at the total at 54, I mean, the game could get out of hand, little garbage touchdown. So, I mean, me personally, I didn't want any part of this game.
I agree. It's a tricky spot to even trust Western Michigan at this point in the season, losing their starting quarterback and lead running back. Let's go over to Connor Mack, Western Michigan, Akron Zips. What do you think here?
Nah, nothing to like here with Akron. Like you said, they haven't won since 2018. I couldn't lay it, but I kind of take Akron the points here. I don't know. I might be crazy. I mean, I'm not officially playing it, but it's not enough for me to get out and lay it right now. Because I don't know. I mean, laying 18 on the road, we've seen it. I don't want to do it. I'd rather just pass on a game like this, especially with the Zips. It's tough to take them at 18. It's tough to take Michigan laying that 18 too. So pass.
Let's hear what John Ryan has to say about this Maction on Wednesday. John, you're on mute.
The thing the Akron Zips, they're 0-12 against the spread the last 2 seasons. And they failed to cover the spread by an average of double digits. I believe it was 11.8 points per game against the spread. So, when you flip a coin heads or tails and heads comes up 8 times, it doesn't mean that tails is due to come up. So, the term is called mutually exclusive. Just like playing roulette. Just because red came up 10 times in a row doesn't mean that black is due or black has a higher probability. Each event is 50-50. However, in this case, we have point spreads. So Akron is going to be they're going to get inflated lines here in the beginning of the season, and I don't like the word value at all because that means you're buying something at a discount that's, it's like buying a Volkswagen versus a Porsche. That's value, right? You have value because you can buy 10 Volkswagens for the cost of 1 Porsche. So in this particular case, I think Akron here, the first 4 games of the year, might be pretty good value to consider. I certainly would not bet against them because the lines are going to be way up there because everybody knows Akron is not a good team and everybody else in the MAC is compared to them. I can tell you this, if they would have played the schedule the way it was laid out before the pandemic, they would have been favored against 2 teams. One is UMass, and the other one is Bowling Green. So if there was ever a game this year that they could possibly win, in my opinion, it would be Bowling Green, which comes up later in the season. So I'm going to stand aside in this game. I think Connor has a great idea with doing that because we don't know anything about the MAC right now. We saw what happened to Big Ten, and it's kind of nuts. So I think taking a back seat here and just seeing what happens is the right thing to do.